XRP just dropped over 30% in a single month. 30%. And if you're sitting there right now wondering whether this is the opportunity of a lifetime or a trap that's going to wipe out your savings, you're not alone. That is exactly the question thousands of beginners are asking right now. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear, honest, data-backed answer. So stick with me, because we're breaking all of it down today. No jargon, no hype, just the truth about XRP in February 2026. Let's start from the very beginning, because if you're new here, you might be wondering, what even is XRP? Why does everyone keep talking about it? And why should you care? Great questions. Let me explain it simply. Imagine you want to send money to a family member in another country. The way the traditional banking system works, the money doesn't actually travel directly. It hops through multiple banks, multiple systems, it gets delayed, and along the way, fees pile up. What Ripple, the company behind XRP, set out to do was fix that broken system. Ripple built a payment network designed to move money across borders in seconds, for fractions of a cent, anywhere in the world. And XRP is the digital currency that powers those transactions on that network. Think of it like the fuel in the engine. Banks and financial institutions can use XRP to move value instantly without needing to hold foreign currency reserves in every country they operate in. That's the core idea, and it is genuinely useful, which is a big reason why XRP has attracted so much attention from serious institutions over the years. Now, XRP isn't some tiny obscure project. As of today, it's sitting at number 4 on CoinMarketCap, which ranks every cryptocurrency by market cap. Its market cap, the total value of all XRP in circulation, is sitting between $87 billion and $88.7 billion. That is a massive project. Its 24-hour trading volume is around $189 billion, meaning nearly $2 billion worth of XRP is changing hands every single day. This is not a ghost town. This is one of the most actively traded assets in the entire crypto market. But here's the thing. Right now, XRP is going through a rough patch. The price is hovering around 1.42 to 1.46. And before you think that sounds low, remember that XRP hit an all-time high of 365 just back on July 18th, 2025. So from that peak to today, we're talking about more than a 60% drop from its highest point. And just within February 2026 alone, XRP has fallen over 30%. It even touched a low of 1.11 earlier this month before bouncing back to where it is now. So yes, if you bought near the top, you are feeling that pain right now. And if you're a beginner watching this thinking about buying in, I completely understand why you're nervous. Here's where it gets a little more technical, but I promise to keep it simple. Traders and analysts use things called moving averages to understand whether a price trend is healthy or not. Think of a moving average as the average price of XRP. Over a certain number of days, it smooths out the daily noise and shows you the bigger trend. Right now, XRP is trading below its 50-day moving average, which sits at 189, and also below its 200-day moving average, which is at 1.49. When a price is below both of those levels, it's generally a signal that the medium-term trend is bearish, meaning the momentum is pointing downward, not upward. That's not great news for the short term. On top of that, the altcoin season index is at just 26 out of 100. What that means is that altcoins, which is any cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin, are broadly underperforming right now. XRP is an altcoin, so it's getting hit by that same wave of weakness across the whole sector. And a big reason for all of this comes down to Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is hovering near $65,000, which is actually its weakest level in over a year. Here's something important for every beginner to understand. When Bitcoin sneezes, the rest of the crypto market catches a cold. XRP almost never moves completely independently from Bitcoin. When Bitcoin falls, XRP typically falls harder. And that's exactly what we're seeing play out right now. The broader macro environment, meaning the global economic conditions, interest rates, investor risk appetite, is not currently favorable for speculative assets like crypto. So XRP is getting squeezed from multiple directions at once. In fact, for XRP to just close the month of February 2026 in the green, it would need to rally approximately 40% from current levels. So that would mean getting back above 205. Most analysts looking at the current setup consider that unlikely in such a short time frame. And I'm going to be straight with you. That's a realistic assessment. But here's where I want to flip the script. Because the story of XRP in 2026 is not all doom and gloom. Not even close. In fact, some of the most important things that have ever happened for XRP's long-term future have happened very recently, and a lot of new investors don't even know about them. Let's start with the biggest one. On August 7th, 2025, the SEC, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, and Ripple filed a joint agreement to officially dismiss their legal battle against each other. This ended nearly 5 years of one of the most brutal legal fights in crypto history, and the outcome confirmed something massive. XRP is not a security when traded on public exchanges. Why does that matter? Because for years, the cloud of legal uncertainty hanging over XRP scared away institutions, exchanges, and serious investors. Banks didn't want to touch it. Some exchanges delisted it. That chapter is now completely closed. XRP has legal clarity in the United States, and that is a foundation that almost no other crypto asset can claim with the same confidence right now. And the institutions have noticed. Despite the price dropping this month, $1.3 billion in cumulative ETF inflows came into XRP during February 2026 alone. Let that sink in. The price is going down, but institutional money is flowing in. That is a signal worth paying attention to. It means the smart money isn't panicking, it's accumulating. And speaking of accumulating, whale wallets, those are wallets holding over 1 billion XRP, have been quietly growing their holdings since early January 2026, increasing from 23.35 billion XRP to 23.49 billion XRP. The biggest players in the market are not selling, they are buying. There's more good news on the development side too. Societe Generale, one of the largest banks in Europe, launched its euro-backed stablecoin directly on the XRP ledger. That is a major traditional financial institution choosing XRP's infrastructure for real-world use. Coinbase, one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the US, expanded its crypto-backed lending service to include XRP, meaning you can now use your XRP as collateral to borrow money. And the XRP ledger itself activated a significant technical upgrade called XLS81, which introduced a permissioned decentralized exchange and token escrow features, tools that make the XRPL more attractive for institutional and enterprise use cases. These aren't just buzzwords. These are real, concrete developments that expand what XRP can do and who can use it. So now let's talk about what could actually happen next, because this is what you really came here for. There are two realistic scenarios playing out in front of us right now, and I want to walk you through both of them honestly. In the bearish scenario, XRP fails to hold its key support level at 137. If that level breaks and Bitcoin continues to slide, XRP could test 130 or next. And if macro conditions really deteriorate, think higher interest rates, a broader market sell-off, or some negative news event, we could even see XRP revisit the psychologically important 1.00 level. That would be painful, no question. But it would not be the end of XRP. Markets go through cycles, and drawdowns of this size have happened before and recovered. In the bullish scenario, XRP manages to reclaim the $1.50 level, which is actually right around its 200-day moving average. If it can close above that convincingly, the next targets would be 189, which is the 50-day moving average, and then 205, which is what XRP needs to break even for February. If Bitcoin stabilizes and institutional ETF buying continues to accelerate, that bullish path becomes increasingly plausible. Looking further out, Standard Chartered's analyst Jeffrey Kendrick has set a year-end 2026 price target of $8 for XRP, driven by growing ETF inflows and Ripple's expanding role in global cross-border payments and tokenization. More conservative forecasts put the 2026 range between $2.81 and $3.37. Both outcomes, the bearish and the bullish, are possible. Anyone who tells you they know for certain which way this goes is lying to you. Nobody knows. What we can do is look at the evidence, weigh the risks, and make informed decisions. Which brings me to the part of this conversation that matters most for you as a beginner. How do you actually think about buying the dip? First, let's talk about something called dollar cost averaging. It sounds complicated, but it's incredibly simple. Instead of putting all your money into XRP at once, say dropping $1,000 in a single day, you break it up. Maybe you put in $100 this week, $100 next week, $100 the week after, and so on. That way, if the price keeps dropping, you're not all in at the wrong moment. You're spreading your risk over time, buying at different prices, and lowering your average cost. It's one of the smartest and most stress-free ways to build a position in any volatile asset. Second, and I cannot say this enough, only invest money you are genuinely prepared to lose. I don't mean that to scare you. I mean it because crypto is volatile, the market is unpredictable, and your rent money, your emergency fund, and your grocery budget should never touch crypto. Ever. The money you put into XRP should be money that, if it went to zero, your life would not fall apart. That's the rule. Third, understand what you own before you buy it. You've just learned today what XRP is, what Ripple does, why the SEC case matters, who the whales are, and what the key price levels mean. That's already more than most people know when they click buy. Keep learning. The more you understand your investment, the less likely you are to panic sell at the bottom and miss the recovery. And finally, zoom out. The short-term price action right now looks rough. But when you look at where XRP was 3 years ago, what's happened legally, what institutions are doing, and what's being built on the XRP ledger right now, The bigger picture is actually more promising than the daily price chart suggests. The fundamentals have arguably never been stronger. The price just hasn't caught up yet. Whether it does in weeks, months, or longer, that's the uncertainty you're accepting when you enter this market. So is now a good time to buy the dip on XRP? Here's my honest answer. It depends entirely on your situation, your risk tolerance, and your time horizon. If you're thinking about getting rich by next Tuesday, this is probably not the video for you. But if you're someone who understands the technology, believes in the long-term vision, and is willing to be patient while managing your risk intelligently, then the current price levels, combined with the fundamental backdrop, do present an interesting entry point worth considering. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just someone who follows this market closely and wants to give you the clearest, most honest picture I can. The decision is yours to make. If this video helped you understand XRP better, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more beginners who need this kind of content. Subscribe if you want daily XRP and crypto updates because things are moving fast and you don't want to miss what comes next. And drop a comment below. I want to know what you think. Will XRP be above or below $2 by the end of March 2026? Let's hear it. See you in the next one.